I was thinking about this last night. We get a little lost in the sauce, and I think that we're stuck in our old ways when it comes to free agency, Pat, right? It was sit there, you wait for that shiny gift underneath the tree.
It's New York Minute Sports.
Gary Sheffield's, the Mark Teixeiras of the world, the A.J. Burnett's, the C.C. Sabathias. It was like, who are the New York Yankees going to get this year? Okay? I'm just waiting. I'm going to put my feet up. But now those fucking days are over. Hal Steinbrenner is a mom and pop shop owner of the New York Yankees. He's only worth $3 billion when he got 6 other teams worth fucking $36+ billion. Okay? Now, the Yankees need to develop their young guys, and that's exactly what they're doing. So the Yankees are in a youth movement. We're in the Bronx, the Baby Bombers 3.0, as I like to call it at this point, okay? Now with Austin Wells, Anthony Volpe, and all these guys, Ben Rice, Jason Dominguez, Spencer Jones, Lombard Jr., Pat. We're looking at the future meets the present right now, and they're doing a rebuild at 65 miles an hour down the highway. So my point is, we don't really need a lot of free agency acquisitions. The market's thin. It's only going to come through trades. I want Fernando Tatis Jr. now, okay?
I saw that the other day. That's obviously would be.
I want a left-handed power bat. I want a left fielder who hits right-handed for power. He is like Juan Soto. He's got the energy. He's got the charisma. He's clutch. He would thrive in New York. He can play left field. He can play left field and shortstop immediately. You bring him into shortstop. Okay, first of all, I want to take Jazz Chisholm, Will Warren, and Clark Schmidt, send them over to San Diego for Fernando Tatis Jr. You absorb the contract, which balloons up to $36 million next year. And guess what? He signed for $36 million for the next 12 years. He's making $4 million less than Aaron Judge. That's one of the best contracts in Major League Baseball currently. In 10 years, who knows what the value of the dollar is going to be? And who knows, there's going to be $1 billion contract within 10 years in baseball. It's going to be $1 billion space bucks for 15 years. And that's the point where we're going to get to. And we're going to be paying Fernando Tatis Jr. $36 million. So that's why the Padres are selling their team. Whatever the general manager says to you, do not believe him. Do not believe the hype. He's bullshitting with you. He's holding on to his fucking poker cards so he can get you to unload your farm system. I want him. I want him now.
Yeah, I would be perfectly fine with that. I mean, as opposed to signing Bellinger, $38 million. I mean,
or Kyle
that's
Tucker.
Not even.
Now, mind you, Pat, I do get nervous. This is weird how baseball works. I don't want Kyle Tucker. I'm nervous if he goes to the Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't make sense, right? I would want him, if he makes me nervous going to the Blue Jays, that should make me want him on my team. But no, $400 million, he was the 5th best Astro ever, okay? But I think he just works well for the Toronto Blue Jays, just like Pete Alonso worked well for the New York Mets, and they let him go. You know how, like, Derek Jeter made sense for Bernie Williams made sense for the New York Yankees. He really didn't make a lot of sense for other teams. He was a beloved Yankee. He played well for us. Other teams really didn't go crazy. The Red Sox made an $80 million offer for 8 years when he did go to free agency, and we locked his ass up. So the New York Yankees are going to have to do this through trade and through salary, and that's why I think it's taken so long.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, who knows what I can't even pretend to know what's going on in the brains of those guys over there, because some of the shit they do is just crazy. I mean, look at the Mets. So, I mean,
what do you think about the Mets getting all I even forgot to ask you about that. What do you think about the Mets getting all ex-Yankees?
I mean, what do you think? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're looking at.
You think it's Burst?
Weaver?
You think it's
I liked Weaver.
Love Dream.
Yeah. As far as Devin Williams, you know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Well, you know me in high school. My first move in math class was sit next to the smartest kid. I think David Stearns is not a dummy. And he's like, yo, dude, I got a GM across town that hasn't had a losing season in 35 years. So if I can get somebody that he's already picked, it's already fucking microwaved. The GM on the Mets is already watching the Yankees probably every night because they're in market anyway, and he's probably a baseball dude. So he's abreast of the situation going on in New York. Now it's becoming incestuous. But it's like, these guys are free agents. It's not like they're stealing it from us. We didn't want Devin Williams, and we didn't want Luke Weaver back. You got both guys that we didn't want Luis Severino anymore. You got him. We didn't want Frankie Montas. We didn't want Clay Holmes. We didn't want any of these fucking guys. I got a whole list of dudes
The
that
only
we
guy,
didn't need.
the only guy we wanted was Toto, but not for that price.
Exactly. And that brings me to my other point, Pat, is that if you think about this, think about the guys that the New York Yankees gave up to the San Diego Padres for a one-year rental for Juan Soto. It was Vasquez, Burrito, and it was Michael King. We have a chance of getting Michael King back. Juan Soto brought us to the World Series. So this brings me to my point. I'm done. I am fucking done with AAA guys. Package them all up and trade them off for proven stuff. Because every guy that we ever give in a trade does absolutely nothing. The three guys that we got Juan Soto for aren't even in San Diego's fucking farm system anymore. So Brian Cashman is the best used car salesman you've ever seen in your life. And guess what? We see that because he had to play Anthony Volpe. And look at what we got.
You're obviously, referring to Lombard and Spencer Jones, right? Like,
See ya.
I mean, is that
See ya. Dude, a 6'7" guy that hits 30 home runs. It's like you have Paul Bunyan in your farm system. People are salivating to get him. You should be fleecing teams for him.
Yeah, but do you think that's a fleece move? I don't think that's a fleece move. I think that guy's going to come up here and play well.
I think what I know,
the big leagues, I think he's going to play well. You don't think he's going to play well?
What I think I know is that in the last 30 years, Brian Cashman has developed Robinson Cano and Aaron Judge as far as positional players. That's it. So I'll go with the averages. We see what Austin Wells and Anthony Volpe are, bro. Brian Cashman wasn't even high on Ben Rice. Ben Rice.
Look at Dominguez in the field.
Plays right? Like he's on roller skates. We heard he's a 5-tool player, future center fielder, Pat. Pat, we need a center fielder right now. We could plug in Spencer Jones making $900,000 a year. We give fucking Trent Grisham a $22 million fucking qualifying offer.
So does that make you think, like, what are they seeing that we're not seeing? That maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Telling you that this guy also plays outfield like he's on roller skates, and he's going to strike out 200 times a year. F picks are sexy, especially in baseball. 70% of the time, Pat, they never come to fucking anything, bro. Jabba Chamberlain. Wound up
that was mismanagement of that guy's career. That's what that was. He should have been coming out of the
same
pen.
Guys.
He should have been the next. He should have set up for Rivera. And it would have been Rivera. Yeah. It would have been Rivera Wetland all over again, and just let it push.
But the same guys.
That's what they should have done with
the
that
same
guy.
guys that ruined. The same guys that ruined Jabba are still there.
But that was partially Jabba's fault because him and his dad were a pain in the ass.
Jabba Chamberlain listen, man. He's a Native American, and he loves the sauce. That was Jabba Chamberlain's biggest problem. Jabba Chamberlain had a lot of substance abuse issues, and he was never the same since that chinch bug game against the Cleveland where Joe Torre should have suspended the game. That's when he was never the same after that. He got hurt, and then he fucking fractured his ankle on a trampoline, and that fat boy shouldn't have been on a trampoline. His dad's health issues, the whole situation was very, very weird. But that was, now going back to that,
he was throwing 100. He was throwing 102 miles an hour. Is the first game he was in the fucking
Phil Hughes, Jabba Chamberlain, and Ian Kennedy were the three guys that were supposed to be the guys. Now, that's another positional player. They traded Montero and Ian Kennedy over to Arizona for Didi Gregorius. How do I not remember where I put my fucking car keys, but I can remember that. Didi Gregorius they got from Arizona, plug and play. That guy became a great Yankee. This is my point, dude. Look at all these guys. That's what we used to do. Package up the young dudes, send them over to somebody, let the Cubs pay peanuts for them, let the Diamondbacks pay nothing to these guys, and use salary to our advantage. And also, Carlos Rodon, Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon's gotta go. Gotta go.
I know I was a fan of that pickup at the break, obviously, because we needed that. But I mean, at the deadline. But I don't disagree with you. I like the guy. He's
He's
a good he's a great defensive.
Exactly. Do you want to pay?
I mean, that's
But you won't pay $18 million for a defensive replacement in the seventh inning. You know,
agreed.
you
Agreed.
can get
Agreed. And I mean,
a
that's
lot of guys we can find to do that. But now and also, Pat, I was gonna tell you this. Another reason that is starting to stall things so much this offseason is that the fact that Brian Cashman did acquire so many guys during the trade deadline last year who are under control for 2 years. So this is the whole Brian Cashman getting cute thing again, right? You know how whenever somebody comes off the injured list during the All-Star break, he's like, hey, we're not going to go and get anybody because it's almost like acquiring a new arm, right? So now Brian Cashman got Bender, Duval, and Bird. They're all under 2 years of control. Caballero, 2 years of control. The only guy that he got that was a free agent was Rosario for third base, who he just got back. So now that's the thing. Now we're paying Ryan McMahon $17 million and Rosario to platoon third base. That makes no fucking sense.
I don't disagree.
We just need one third baseman, bro. And in fact, if it's one Japanese player we should be looking into, it's the one from the Giants who plays third base. I'm not even going to attempt to do his name. I don't do the Japanese guys' names. I don't want to disrespect them by trying to pronounce their name. That's the guy you should be looking into. He's a little bit longer in the tooth. He's 29, but he's played in international play a lot. I've seen him play in the World Baseball Classic. He's got good defense at third base, and he's a right-handed stick. He can hit 278. Murakami, I think Murakami is going to be the first baseman for the New York Mets, Pat.
Possible.
Now with Pete Alonso leaving, they're going to have to
get 40
home runs somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Mets. I can't even begin to try to, I'm having enough trouble trying to figure out what the Yankees are doing.
Well, they just
even
blew up
wonder
your team, and a lot of people are sad about it because they think that they were just a starting rotation away from doing some things in the National League. So last year, after the
that's not a bad point.
No, I think, dude, well, in fact, I was in that camp where I think that the Mets needed to add 3 major heavy hitter starters. Like, I don't know why day one of free agency, like if I was Cohen, I would have went and got Michael King. I would have went and made moves for Skubal immediately, if not sooner. And now you got 2 guys. Then you got Minaya. You got Clay Holmes on another year, who I think is going to wind up being a good starting pitcher. He just needs to get reps under him. So then you got 4 pitchers right there. Then go out and get more guys. Ranger Suarez from the Philadelphia Phillies pitches in your division, knows the division, is a great left-hander with nasty-ass stuff, only asking for about $17 million a year. Then you got the guy Velasquez on the Houston Astros that's been a pain in our ass for the last 6 years. Boom, you get him on the Mets. Go out and get pitching. Then you got Juan Soto and Pete Alonso. Let them run it back. I don't know. It's fucking no-brainer to me. But just like the New York Jets, Pat, when they gave up Sauce Gardner, right? And when they gave up Sauce Gardner, everyone was like, I can't believe that they're giving these guys up. But they're not winning guys. What have they won with these guys? What have they won with Pete Alonso? What have they won with Nemo? What have they won with any of these guys? They haven't won shit.
Yeah, they got to the NL championship.
No,
and I mean, that's for the Mets. That's I mean, how much closer do you want to be? Obviously, you want to be in the dance, but now you got these guys, and then you go out that year after, like you said, and get Soto, and look at what happened last year.
But this is
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is the same team that had 100 wins, missed the playoffs, went to the NLCS, missed the playoffs. Dude, they spent $300 million last year, and they didn't even go to the fucking playoff. The Cincinnati Reds, who have a quarter of their salary, beat them out for a postseason spot last year, Pat. And
you always get that
great.
type of shit happens in baseball.
No, but it happens to the Mets. They're allergic to back-to-back playoff appearances. They can't do it. That's Pete Alonso and Lindor. And now there's stories coming out, and Mike Francesa saying, Nemo and Lindor, we're going back and forth about Trump. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, ridiculous.
Well, no, I mean,
that's what's gonna look.
I would.
I mean, obviously, we can't get away from politics, Eric. But leave it out of baseball.
I never usually.
I don't want to hear that.
Away from it, but I bring it up when it enters my zeitgeist. Hey, listen.
No, I'm not talking about for you.
Yeah,
this is a valid thing to talk about here. I'm talking about in the fucking in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Why you? This is what's going on here. Play baseball.
Yeah,
you guys are making millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, they lose.
Play baseball. Throw the ball, catch the ball, hit the ball.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? You're worried about Orange Man and all this crazy shit that's going on in the world? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Play baseball.
Yeah.
This is what you're worried about? You're worried about this shit? You're worried about I mean, for me, that's like, obviously everybody's got their own opinions about everything, and God bless. But, leave it out of my baseball. Now I got to worry about it. Baseball. Met fans got to have their team torn apart because of politics.
Yeah. And
imagine
if you are Juan Soto, you just said the reason you signed with the New York Mets was because they had a brighter future, and your GM goes around and blows the fucking team up.
Yeah.
So
what? I mean, like, the whole thing is, I mean, like I said before, I'm not even going to try to figure out what's going on over there. But the fact that there's any like, even part of it could be about politics when it's two players like that. It's like, I mean,
yeah,
what are you guys doing?
Well, maybe that's why they need to clean house. And guys, remember, you can go over to New York Minute. That's NEWYRKMIN on Instagram. Give us a like, give us a follow, and right here on YouTube, that's NEWYRKMIN, New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Stay updated. Hit that notification button here on YouTube. I will be going live whenever there is breaking news in Major League Baseball, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Mets. We're going to be watching Skubal, Tucker, Bellinger, Toronto Blue Jays fans. Just wanted to let you guys know you've been building your team, doing a good job. Do you think you're getting Tucker? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, it's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and good night, Canada. And if you can't be good, be bad, baby.
Mm-hmm.